think maybe too many people put stuff in classifications. Not everyone's a cross-country rider, not everyone's a downhiller, but 99% of us are just cyclists, and they're looking for something that's really going to do everything. And so I would kind of classify this as the do-everything bike. Some people call it enduro, some people call it free ride, but I just call it cycling. Hello, my name's Doug Dalton, and we're here in the Swiss Alps, kind of the ultimate test track, to introduce what we think is the ultimate bicycle. This is the Cannondale Prophet. It's our latest and greatest. 140 millimeters of perfectly tuned suspension, front and rear. Frame's only 5.25 pounds. That's 2.4 kilos. We added a fork that's the lightest 140 mil travel fork in the industry. It's something that I think when you really get on it and you feel how this bike rides, it's really going to blow you away.
I'm Chris Dodman. I'm a senior project engineer at Cannondale. I've been with the company 7 years, and I design frames and suspension. We're using the latest SPV Evolve shocks and fork technology in the Carbon Lefty platform. The Carbon Lefty is something that we designed, and we use Manitou's latest SPV technology in it to balance and complement their SPV Evolve rear shock. SPV stands for Stable Platform Valve, makes the bike ride firm and smooth, but soak up all the bumps and be very compliant. We worked along with team riders and Doug Dalton doing ride testing to develop the geometry on this bike and get nice slack 67.5 degree head angle. Gives the bike very stable feel going downhill, but also the option of changing the geometry and putting it in a cross-country position if you're doing smoother, flatter riding. The Delta V front end, it's proven. We've been using it for many years on our race bikes and many other bikes like the Gemini. But for this bike, we've really optimized it by using hydroform tubes that have a large footprint on the down tube and the shock mount, which really increases the stiffness and resistance, yet allowing a very lightweight, strong frame. Swing arm features a forged CNC machined forward link with a hollow core technology, along with a 3D bend chainstays. This allows exceptional tyre clearance, a nice narrow front section for good derailleur and crank clearance, but yet allows a little bit of vertical compliance to spread the stress under hard landings, but yet exceptional torsional pedalling resistance. The head tube is 1.5 compatible through board, so you can fit either long or short cups and any 1.5 headset should you wish. This works out as a very lightweight bike, yet very strong and durable. We're talking about 11.6 kilos, which is in the 25 to 26 pound range for most of the models. The frame weight, 5.25 pounds for a 140 mil travel frame, lightest in its category. The fork, under 4 pounds for 140 mil travel, stiff, high-performance fork, again, class-leading performance. The balanced front and rear suspension, along with the tuned stiffness of the frame, fork and swing arm, allow this bike to carve really well in corners and have some compliance, which allows the bike to track well and soak up any trail irregularities. This was such a fun bike to work on because it's really such an all-round package that anyone can ride and enjoy. It's the bike that I'd choose personally to have for myself because it enables me to ride anywhere, anytime, any terrain. To really enjoy this bike, you want to take this on your favourite trail, just ride as hard as you want and really feel it.
We've done a lot of work over the years and a lot of testing, and we've got the best test facilities of anybody in the industry. And it's really interesting to kind of collect that data and to get that information from people. You know, we do really technical things like hook up computer sensors to the frame, to the shock, to the fork, linear potentiometers that measure the exact location of the shock every 1/100th of a second kind of thing, and then map those in and compare those with our test results and this and that. And it's been a really unique kind of experience for me to get to be that link, that data download, to collect that information and to really, I guess, make better bikes, but really to make bikes more fun for everyone. I think pride goes a long way in designing a bike, and also in testing a bike, and also delivering it to people. And for me, it's really important because a lot of the people that buy this bike are my good friends. What can you do with the Cannondale Prophet? Well, you can do just about anything you want. It's a bike that's going to take you up big mountains, it's going to take you down nasty single track, and it handles everything in stride. And it almost seems like he's smiling now and again. It's a bike that, I don't know, seems like we put in, wow, we're going on 18 months of development, and now it's all kind of come to fruition. And to see the people that have been riding it, and to see and feel how the bike really carves turns and how it climbs hills, it's very satisfactory.
I was pretty impressed with the engineering behind the chassis, or behind the frame, and how well the frame actually handled on the trail, and also how well it climbed for the amount of travel that it actually had.
Just spent a couple days riding the Prophet, and initially it feels a lot like a cross-country bike. It's got about a 25-pound weight, but if you throw on some fatter tires, you can descend most trails on it, almost like a downhill bike with 5.5 inches travel. So it's a good all-around multi-use bike for what seems like a majority of riders out there, unless you're at the extreme of one end or the other.
My impressions of this beautiful bike, number one, it's beautiful. I'm not a super technical guy. I like the look of this thing, the lines. I also like the simplicity of a swing arm setup. I'm impressed with the fact that it's so lightweight for so much travel.
I have appreciated that this bike is very good on downhill. I'm not a good pilot, but with this bike you can go very, very fast on downhill. And on the climb you can push hard if you have a power.
One thing I really like about this bike is a good trail bike, and it feels like a cross-country bike when you're climbing and stuff, but you get a lot more suspension on the downhill, and so it makes it for a real good all-around ride, and something that you can take on longer rides but still take on some rough downhills. So it's a pretty good package. So if you only own like one bike, this would probably be the type of bike to ride.